girl, that is what you have to do. You have to treat yourself in such a high regard that it influences others to treat you the same way. How to make people respect your boundaries without being rude. If you watch this video to the end, I truly believe you will have the confidence to enforce your boundaries, but you must understand all 3 points. And the last point is probably going to be the most challenging to practice. However, we're adults. We can implement things even when they're challenging because we are capable. Capable women and capable men if you're a man watching. I'm so excited to be posting a video so soon from my last one back to back, but let's get right into it. This video is not just about boundaries, it's about people respecting you, because if someone is not respecting your boundaries, they probably are not respecting you in general. I know that sounds a little mean, but it's probably true. When people respect you, they respect your boundaries. How to make people respect your boundaries? Number 1, understand you cannot make people do anything. You cannot make people do anything. And I know that is the opposite of what this video is called, but this is something you really have to get a hold of, because this is the thing. When people are not respecting us, it makes us feel like we are so out of control. And when we feel out of control, we usually tend to double down and try to be controlling so that we could gain back control. I will give you a work example. Say you're at a job and you are asked to stay late. Immediately, you start to feel out of control. You feel like you absolutely have to. Can you say no to your boss or supervisor? Can you say no to your coworkers? What if you just started working there? What if you're still on probation? What if they start to think that you're not a team player? Is that going to affect a promotion in the future? Is that going to affect a possible bonus? Is that going to cause your supervisor to not give you a really big project that you would love to be able to work on because you're not willing to stay late? You're not reliable. So now in this example, you feel like you have to. You feel like you lost control and you just have to. If you say no in a work setting, what will everyone think of you? Will this cost you something in the long run? When you do not enforce your boundaries or have boundaries to begin with, there is this element of control in which you don't have. Let's use a relationship example. Say you got into a new relationship, or maybe you're not even in a relationship, you're just in the talking stage. Or maybe you're in a long-term relationship, but you have a new boundary. And that boundary is to not sleep with this person until whatever time, right? This is your new boundary, but this person just booked a beautiful weekend getaway for you and him. What are you going to do? Are you going to enforce your boundary, or are you going to go along with what was already planned? I mean, the trip is literally booked. In this situation, an individual clearly feels like they don't have any control in the matter. There are countless examples of things I could present to you to show when there are not boundaries established or enforced, there is this internal loss of control. And when that happens, our instinct is to try to grasp control with what we can. But I'm going to tell you right now, and the first point that you have to understand is you cannot make anyone do anything. You cannot make anyone respect you. They either will choose to do that or they will choose to not. And I really want you to understand this first and foremost, because that is going to shape the woman that you are, okay? When you are grasping for control, people could sense that, and people feel when you are trying to control them. Instead of setting your boundary, stating what's acceptable to you, what you welcome into your life, what you do not welcome into your life, and standing firm in that creates a sense of calm, and that in itself creates a sense of respect. As I talk and I say, this is how you make someone respect you, please realize when I say make, I mean really encourage people to respect you or influence people to respect you, because now we're on the same page and we understand you can't make anyone do anything. They're living their life, they make their own choices, and you're living your life. You make your choices, okay? So, point 2 of how to make or influence people to respect you is you have to respect yourself. You have to respect yourself. Nobody likes a hypocrite. Nobody likes someone who wants to come around and tell everyone what to do when they are not doing it, literally. And that is what is happening when you kind of demand certain things that you are not doing. The beautiful thing about having self-respect and setting your own standard is that you have set the standard and other people have to match that standard. People have to come correct. In a way, if we do not do certain things for ourselves, it comes off very disingenuous. It comes off not genuine. Because where are you even getting this from? What is making you want someone to come to your house with 24 roses? What is making you expect people to show up for you in this extravagant way? Not to say that 24 roses is extravagant, because everyone has a different standard, but what is like this fantasy of how you want people to treat you? Where is it coming from if you are not doing it yourself? Most likely it's coming from a movie, it's coming from social media, and because it's not coming from a true source, it comes off very disingenuous. You have to really start to set the standard of what is acceptable. You are not even respecting your own boundaries. You say that you are going to go to sleep at this time. However, when that time comes, you're still on your phone scrolling. You say that you're going to start eating healthy, but the moment someone offers you dessert, you take it without even hesitating. You're not even respecting your own boundary that you set, but you want everyone else to come and respect your boundary. If anything, that's rude. If anything, that is rude. I know there is someone out there that wants these tips and tricks and these manipulative tactics of how to make someone respect them, but people will start to respect you when you respect yourself. Remember, we're not making anyone do anything. We're encouraging, we're influencing. And what is even influencing? Influencing is when you see something being done and it influences you to do the same thing. Think about social media influencers. They are wearing certain clothes. It influences you to buy those same clothes. That's why brands are paying influencers the big bucks, because they are influencing their audience to buy these brands. And that is what you have to do. Girl, that is what you have to do. You have to treat yourself in such a high regard as a person of value. You have to treat yourself in such a way that it influences others to treat you the same way. In different groups that I am associated with, whether it's with work or friends or family, often people are asking me the choice of food I want to eat. People are asking me, Brianna, is it okay if we go here? Why? Because I am controlling? No, it's because I choose to only eat certain things. People are asking me, Brianna, are you vegan this month? Even though I have not been vegan in years, people know that I only like to put certain things in my body. People know this about me. And so even as a group, people will ask me what is okay for me to eat. I don't try to be extra or to be that person, but that's the reality because of how I carry myself, how I have chosen to eat and live for several years. People already know this about me. But what do people know about you? You have certain boundaries, but do you really? Because if you are not respecting your own boundaries, please do not expect other people to. Please realize that you are worthy of respect, and it's really about time that you start showing yourself that. Even if you feel like you haven't accomplished much in your life, if you feel like you haven't been successful, just the mere fact that you are made in God's image, you are valuable, you have so much to offer, and there is a plan for your life. Bottom line, if you have breath in your lungs, if you are alive right now, it's because God has a plan for your life. I always say you were created by God and you were not created to be a doormat. You are a person of value, okay? And it really puts God down when you allow people to disrespect you. You are God's creation. You deserve respect. My name is Brianna from Self Love Starts Now. If you are new here, this channel is dedicated to love, spreading love, loving yourself, not so that you could be selfish and make your whole life revolve around you. No, when you love yourself well, you can love others well, and that is pleasing to God. That is what it's all about. Now, point 3, how to make people respect your boundaries. You respect them. You want respect, you have to respect others. This is really hard, and I will admit that I love people, I love respecting others, but there are people that are really hard to respect. Let's face it. When people are rude, when people talk down to others, these are hard people to respect. When you know that someone is a lying cheat, it's hard to respect them because their actions show that they don't really deserve respect. But we are women of dignity. We are sophisticated. We are women who love, okay? I have to say it to myself, but it's true. We do not let other people dictate our actions and dictate our character. We do not let others dictate the choices that we make. So you can choose to respect others. You could choose to respect any person that comes into your life, period. You could choose to respect anyone. Does that mean you have to respect their choices? No. Does that mean that you have to respect the way that they speak? No. But you could choose to just respect them, at least for the mere reason that they are made in God's image. When people do not respect us, it really tempts us to kind of dish it back at them. Dish it right back at them. Like last time they brought everyone a water bottle except for me. So now when I go out to get everyone a water bottle, I'm not gonna get one for them. No. Listen right now. Please do not let anyone in your mind, to the extent that they're like controlling your thoughts, that when you are going about your life, living your day to day, they are in your mind and you're thinking about how you can get back at them or prove yourself to them. Let me tell you right now, you do not need to prove yourself to anyone, period. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. If someone does not respect you, respect them. respect them. Listen to what this Bible verse says. But if your enemy is hungry, feed him, and if he is thirsty, give him a drink. For in doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head. Being kind to someone who is not kind to you will actually infuriate them more. And of course, that is not the reason to do that, but I truly believe that if you could find it in yourself to truly be kind to someone, it is going to change your heart. So if someone does not respect you, you respect them. And the only caveat to this is not something that you should really be doing in a romantic relationship if you are not married. If you are just dating someone and they do not respect you, I don't mean to disrespect them. No. You could respect them, but essentially, this person does not need to be in your life. They do not respect you. It is not for you to go out of your way to respect them more, to do more for them, and to give them your all, right? Now we have to go back to our boundaries. And maybe they do not need to be in your life. A lot of this video is about people who you have to still live with, deal with, whether they're your family, if you made a commitment and covenant with someone in marriage. But if you are just dating someone and they are showing you over a course of time, right, not just one action, because no one is perfect. I'm sure there's been moments in your life that you did not show someone total 100% respect. If you are dating someone who does not respect you, girl, you need to move on. It is so good talking with you again. And remember, you are not making anyone do anything because you don't have a controlling freak nature about you. You're calm, you're at peace, you're capable. You don't need to control others. You need to worry about controlling yourself. You need to control your mouth, your actions, your decisions. You don't need to control other people. That is for them. Other people control themselves. You do not need to make anyone do anything. You're going to show your self-respect and respect your own boundaries, and you're going to respect others. And that is how you influence other people to respect your boundaries. Love you. Bye.